Good morning, y'all. It's Sunday morning and it's 72 degrees out here. It feels amazing. The sun just came out. There were some pink clouds in the sky, but I didn't catch it fast enough. And I'm Rachel. I'm gardening for butterflies on the Alabama Gulf Coast, and this is zone 9A. I'm going to show y'all some stuff that I've been doing in the garden, and we're going to talk about color palettes, and we're going to talk about butterfly larval host plants, and just a lot of fun things. So come along. I've been moving stuff around, as you can see. I brought the lemon sedum up front, and I moved the Gertrude Jekyll rose. I'm going to come in close on this sedum so you can see that it's got precious little yellow flowers. I did not know that this thing was going to flower, but look at that, yellow flowers, and I think they're going to come out like all over it. I've been like waiting for it to flower out, but I don't know. This is the first time I've ever grown sedum, so I don't know how it's going to behave. You can't even see the pots anymore. It's grown over the sides, and now they just look like big lemon lime balls. But here is the Gertrude Jekyll rose, and I got to tell you, this thing smells phenomenal. I mean, I thought that the Gentle Hermione smelled good, but this one, y'all, oh! And just look at this gorgeous, gorgeous spray. I guess you'd call it a spray, but look at that. So I was out here, and I've never smelled roses, kind of the scent of roses wafting on the air, but I did with this. So Gertrude Jekyll, And I've moved some things. Something I thought of yesterday that kind of cracked me up. I want to rename. Oh yeah, and I put some stones right here too. But I'm gonna get down low to show you this. But every morning, the coral nymph salvia flowers out and renews. And so I was like, you know what? I want to rename coral nymph salvia. I want to rename it God's Mercies, because they renew every morning. And so I just thought that was kind of fun. But I put more stones down the path this week, and I took the babies of this spider lily right here that I got like 10 of them off of it this winter, and I planted them alongside either side of the stones. I hope that so far they have not been dug up, and wouldn't it be cool if they could get really big? I just love the variegatedness of it. And I potted these two Dusty Millers in this pot. What's funny is they are massive. I was planning on putting both of them in here and some salvia and some blue-eyed grass, and I put these two in. I was like, oh my gosh, that's all that pot can hold. But I'm hoping that they're going to bloom, because I was reading about them. They have yellow flowers, and get this, they are a perennial. I've never treated them like a perennial, but I read that they are. So I brought my Queen of Sweden and put her down here, and she bloomed earlier, and now she's just got this little bud right here. But I do have a photo of that. I love the spikes of the Salvia leucantha and the Salvia amistad and this Duranta right here, this Duranta. Don't you love all that together? Oh wow. It's making me really happy. But I came down here and I had to cut back my Wicked Witch Coleus. It was very tall and floppy, and the wind had gotten it. And so I decided I'd cut it back, and I'd put this pink fountain grass with it, and I'm going to let them duke it out. I don't know which one is going to grow taller or faster. So if the grass grows taller, then I'll turn it the other way. But now I've got that Salvia amistad behind there, and then that coleus, and I don't remember the name of that coleus right there, but I've planted some seeds in it, and I'm hoping that, and they have sprouted. I'm going to show you. It's the purple, hyacinth bean vine. Show you right here. Ta-da! And then I want to plant some on the ground too, because I want this thing to get filled up. But that is going to be fun. I was hoping that I could see this scaevola, the purple, more from the end. I just love the way it's kind of this fan flower just coming over the pot. So lovely. Oh, the sun's coming out. I did not expect that. They said it was going to be mostly cloudy, but here it comes out from behind the clouds. I got some more roses this week, and I have potted them up, and the dahlias, some of the dahlias are coming up. It's pretty surprising. I'm just always surprised when anything grows. But there they are. Oh. Look at the loveliness of the sweet spirit rose. Wow. I love the burgundy color of the new growth on roses. That is a fun color. That's not really a color that I ever even considered adding to my color palette. It's just a bonus color on the color palette. I've pulled some things out right here and potted more stuff up. Oh yeah, and I want to show you the carrots. I had to pull the pots out just a tad because I couldn't walk through here and I needed to get near them. But the carrot has not fully flowered out yet. But look at how neat it is. And they're going to be all flowers all the way down it. It looks like, but this is the best one. Right there. And see, I just planted an organic carrot. Joe from Joe's Texas Garden does this, and I had to have it. She is phenomenal. You've got to go and see her stuff. She is so full of great ideas and great information. Her garden is just gorgeous. Here are the other dahlias. And then this garden in a pot is coming along nicely. It's going to get so crazy. I'm excited about it. So I think I'm going to tell y'all right now, get you some passion flower vine. You will have a jillion Gulf fritillaries if you do. So yes, passion flower vine is for the Gulf fritillary butterfly. It is their larval host plant. That is definitely one that you must have. I don't know what this little flower is right here, but isn't it just really cute and pretty? It's some kind of wildflower that just came up, and it's growing amongst the Salvia leucantha, and I just love it. I think it is really pretty. So I'm enjoying that combination, that accidental combination. Other things are coming up in here. This is that black and blue salvia from last year, and I've got rose, that California Dreaming Rose, and thank God my Cecile Brunner rose is coming back. I was concerned, that I had killed it, but that thing is tough. I still haven't finished doing my hedge on the back. I've just been doing other things, like repotting things. Plants in containers, they've got to be refreshed. So I refreshed some of my Duranta, and I've been just repotting stuff. Also, some things had really become root bound in the pots, and I decided I didn't want to keep them in them anymore, and I've put them out in the ground, and they're going to just have to tough it out against the armadillos. I'm going to show you those. This is white Mexican heather. I love Mexican heather now because I saw little honeybees drinking from these little flowers, and they were loving it. It looks so insignificant, but it really isn't. They enjoy it. This is Salvia Amistad that's growing back, And then I cannot remember what this is, but I thought it was dead like all winter because the leaves were ugly. But look, it's growing new stuff right here. So I'm going to let that grow right there on the edge and try to just fill in this flower bed with pots, because I'm going to bring all my pots from the front yard. Now here is another larval host plant that you're going to want to have. This is fennel. You can grow fennel or dill or the carrots, actually. That's what black eastern swallowtail caterpillars like to eat. And then of course, here is my Dutchman's pipevine. This is for the pipevine swallowtail. And if at all possible, get you some of that too. Hopefully, for this Caracara citrus, I will have giant swallowtail butterflies come along and lay their eggs on it, because this is a large larval host plant for giant swallowtails. I think this Dutchman's pipevine must grow like 6 inches a night. It's just, and I'm trying to get it to go back and forth across this thing, but I forgot to unravel it the other day. Looks like somebody has pooped on it. I'm just loving this so much, y'all. These colors, wow. This is that cutleaf coneflower that's growing back, and I've made a discovery because I put seeds everywhere, and I think I have a bunch of cutleaf coneflower seedlings. I think this is one. And I had a bunch in a pot, and I'm going to show you my seedlings and what I've done. These are some seedlings that I got out of a pot it was Black-Eyed Susans. Yeah, these are the Black-Eyed Susans. And I repotted those in a big one somewhere. And then these seedlings, although something is attacking it, these are what I think are the seedlings of the cutleaf coneflower. So I'm going to have a bunch of them. I'm excited because they seem to be doing kind of okay. They're getting chewed on. But I also have potted up my other seedlings. Now, a bunch of this stuff is actually going to go to my mom's house. I'm going to take it up there and we're going to plant it out. And then some of it is going to go to another garden that I have. And then my neighbor, I'm going to give her some of it. So all this stuff is going to have a home soon in the next month. I potted up. Oh, I wanted to show y'all these sedum, because look at this. This one looks like it might flower also. And I don't know what happens once it flowers. Maybe once it flowers, it dies. I should read about the care of it, the care and keeping of sedum. This is exciting. This is going to be that, I think it's called millet, but it's going to be like a burgundy colored one. So that's going to be neat. And here are my Thai basils. I love Thai basil. It's got such a gorgeous purpley flower on it, and it's super easy to grow from seed, as you can tell. Here I have a bunch of it. I would recommend, and you can buy it like in the herb section, but the bees, they love it so much. They anyway, it's just beautiful. It smells good. You should totally buy it. This is that globe basil, or this says bush basil. So I'm hoping that these things will live, because they are getting chewed on slightly. But now that I've moved them out here, hopefully things will. Oh, something I'm excited about here, because I had purple ones last year, and these are pink, and they're, oh no, that's purple stock. Oh, but this is it. This is obedient plant. This one is, and this one, and this one. And these are pink. I really liked the flowers on them. They kind of remind me slightly of delphinium, only they want to live here. Back to talking about the color palette. I found something in a magazine, and I'm going to show it to you in a minute, because I wanted to make my own little like color palette drawing, and there was one already in a magazine of almost exactly what I wanted. So these, you know, are the colors. that make me happy. Right here, all of these, so enjoyable. I love them all together. Just so cheerful. Scrumptious. I could just sit here all day, really. I was reading the British gardening magazine Garden Answers. It's the spring 2023 edition, and here they had my color palette right there, except it doesn't have blue and it doesn't have burgundy. But I loved that they had already done the work for me, and yeah, so that's what I'm going for. Although I do have a lighter pink and then a darker pink too. But if y'all have a library card, y'all should be able to get on Libby, and hopefully they would have magazines that you could read like this. There are so many good ones. I just found an armyworm caterpillar in my Achillea. Ooh, don't you get away. This is what it looks like, y'all. If you come across one. They can get pretty big too. They can get about 3 inches long. But I'm about to squish this thing because I hate them. Before I squish it, I just want you to see how pretty it is. Because it is rather a lovely caterpillar with the little kind of, I think it's like phases of the moon kind of markings. I was wondering why my Achillea was not blooming. I mean, it doesn't look dead or anything, but I pulled it out of the pot just to see, and that's when I found that caterpillar. But you know what? There are ants in here, and I don't actually know how to avoid having ants get into your pots. So I'm going to have to cut this back and repot it with fresh soil and make these ants go somewhere else. I'm going to try to save this Achillea. I cut away the parts that looked like the ants were living in. I can see a couple in there still, but for the most part, the stuff that was kind of matted and stuff, and you can see how much greenery there is in this Achillea, but it has not bloomed. And I was reading recently, why is it not blooming? And it probably has too much nutrients. So what I'm going to do, I was going to repot this anyway, I just didn't know it had ants in it. I'm going to get some spent potting soil and put it in there since they don't like nutrients, and I'm going to repot it. I was going to show y'all how I refresh my pots because things get root bound in pots. So this is Duranta. For a second there I didn't remember, but Duranta, and it's shrubby. It's going to grow rather large, and I've got in this pot. This is the kind of pot that I like that doesn't have something that goes over right here, so that you can easily take it out of the pot, because when there's a lip, that makes it difficult if the lip is onto the inside. But here, I'll show you. I'm going to dump it out, and look at this. Whoa, it is root bound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a regular old bread knife. It's just an old one, and I'm going to cut about an inch off the bottom here. Oh no, look, and look, it looks like there are little ants or something in here. Oh, that's annoying. But so far it doesn't seem to have bothered the Duranta. But so yeah, so I'm going to cut about an inch off, and then I'm going to put some fresh soil in the bottom of this. I'm going to wash it out too, because it looks like there's ants with eggs in here. And then I'm going to put Osmocote in the new soil, and then fill it in and just water it in, and it should be fine. But Osmocote is the thing that I use as an extra fertilizer in my pots. I used to mix up my own organic kind of thing, but here's the problem. I have so many raccoons around here, and if you put something organic in there, it smells like food, and they will just dig it out and throw your plant aside, and it's very frustrating. So this is what I use. I use Osmocote Plus, but I get it in a big bag. This I just dump it in here. But a big bag, you can get like 8 pounds for $30, like at Lowe's. And this little one, and it's like 2 pounds, is like I think it's it might even be $15, which is ridiculous. So I would recommend getting a big bag, and I'd get the Osmocote Plus, because why not get the Plus? My black pansies are blooming. Aren't they gorgeous? This is my first Gertrude Jekyll rose, and the smell is incredible, y'all. Oh, it'll knock you down. I am in love with summer romance, just so enamored. It is such a beauty, such a fabulous, fabulous beauty. Well, y'all, I've done all I can. I am ready now to host some butterflies. I hope that y'all are having fun in your gardens and getting ready for all the new adventures that we're going to have this spring. And I can't wait to find out what's happening in your gardens. Y'all have a blessed week, and God bless you. And I can't wait to talk to you soon.